and thank you very much for loading the video. Because you don't tune in, we're not on air.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's October, and we missed last week because I was helping my mother come back from the West.
Genuine reason.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it is.
And Tamara goes missing all the time. She goes missing. And it's so, like, you try to find her, and it's just like, no. It's like, doesn't answer her phone. Or, what is the point of this woman having a phone? It's like trying to find the invisible man. Or, well, the invisible lady. But she's here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to be talking about a couple of things today. We're going to be talking about Pinktober, World Mental Health Day, and Fiji Day. And I'm going to start with Pinktober. Because at the start of October, myself, another woman, and my mother were asked to talk about breast cancer. And it was weird. And I always feel really uncomfortable whenever people are looking at me. And it was creepy, you know, when like the room was quiet. So I tried to make it funny. I don't know how if I succeeded or not.
You're funny.
But I guess the other woman's main point was that there are always services available, and she feels like kind of lucky because she knew that she had breast cancer in her family. So as soon as she felt like anything, she went to the doctor, got it removed, got radiation, and it was set. And that's a really important thing. That's the importance of early detection. What I talked about was the supporting role, because last year as my mother was going through her breast cancer treatment, a lot of what I did was, you know, sort of react to how she was feeling and making sure that she had cappuccinos or she had whatever she needed, or, you know, if she wanted to get up and go, we went, or if she wanted to rest, you know, she had her TV on or something. And, you know, it's about not talking down, but talking somebody up, because positivity is really important, because, you know, how you deal with stuff is you have the physical, yeah, but when, you know, you feel really, like, sad about it, it really makes it a lot worse, because you just don't want to go anywhere. And then you don't get better as quickly, I guess, and so, you know, that was one of the things I talked about, because you have to remain positive whether you like it or not, basically. So yeah, that's basically it. Positivity during treatment as well as early detection. Early detection is really important, you know, because as much as people don't want to be boobage handlers, you kind of have to check it, otherwise, you know, you're gonna wreck it and lose it, and then, you know, it really is. It's really not nice to have to deal with it, you know, once you can see that there's something physically wrong, because that's never nice. Anyway, on Fiji Day, it was also World Mental Health Day, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So, how was World Mental Health Day for you?
Well, I guess since it's October 10th and everyone focuses more on Fiji Day, putting up a flag and putting down the logo, which
we'll get to it later.
It was great.
Yeah?
Actually, it was great. I don't want to tell you what I did.
Were there any events? Were there any events though?
No, sadly, nobody in Fiji celebrates it. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Compared to last year. Last year was a big celebration because they had the march from flea market right down to Sukuna Park, and they had stalls. There was show done for the whole day, where the psychiatric survivors and also patients from St. Giles came and sold their handiworks. So there were paintings, there was sulus, and other craft stuff. Yeah, so that was basically done last year. As of this year, there was nothing actually, which was really sad, because no one really put that into, I mean, like, well, obviously it's not like really a priority as people would see it.
Yeah.
But then I guess it is. Well, actually, mental health is everybody's business. Like you mentioned earlier about positivity, that's all the reason about mental health, and people really think that mental health is mental illness, which is not. It's totally different. Mental health is actually a good thing. It's making sure that
that's what you want to promote. You want to promote good mental health rather than having to reach that point where you do have a mental illness, and then, you know, it's a lot more difficult to try and understand.
Yes. Because mental health is the ability, it's the ability to cope with the social changes, So it's everything, everyone's business, and mental health is everything. Yes, that's one of the things that they were looking into this year, but then I guess later on they'll have something done in Nabua, because how they had the decentralized stress management work into all the hospitals. So they had one in Nabua, so they're going to celebrate it in Nabua this time. So that's really great. Yeah, so that's that. It's all about being positive. So it's all in your mind. Because once you really think positive, I mean, like, everyone has their own bad days, but if you're able to like look at it and analyze and reflect, I guess this is the thing about reflection, reflecting on what you have done. If you didn't succeed, if you made a mistake, just learn from it. This is where I went wrong. Okay, I can fix it by doing this. So that's like a positive change. And then obviously once you think it, then your actions will influence your behavior.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about how I guess here we don't consider it a priority, mental health, or indeed treating mental illnesses, because you have that, you do have a spectrum in whatever mental illness that, it could get worse if untreated, or it could just be really bad anyway. I was talking to my friend about, another friend that we had who had actually done a lot of therapy as they were growing up and stuff, and it seemed really strange to me that you would have a child in therapy. I mean, I guess, that is one way of the family supporting a kid, but, also, I don't know, I think it should start, something like that should start from the home, because then it's a lot more personal, rather than feeling like, oh, I have to go somewhere. Because when I was a lot younger, we had a lot of, fights with my brother and my family, and it was really quite strange. And we never, considered that sort of dealing with that situation with someone else, because you kind of figured that your family is your support mechanism, and that's the people who are supposed to, take care of you. And I guess that's also the importance of having friends who are supportive as well. It's about it is a community approach, and that's not undermining the importance of having professionals in these sort of areas, because when it is bad, or when it is something that your family can't deal with, it's something that needs to be not a taboo to deal with, I guess, because it's really important to have mental health.
Yes, it is.
So we come to the third part of our show for today, is dealing with the thing that overshadowed Mental Health Day, which was Fiji Day. And I found it very strange, the fact that the slogan for it was put up a flag, put down a logo, when a lot of what Pacific leaders were talking about this year, and I guess from the middle of last year, was trying to deal with NCD. And in all honesty, you can have very healthy logos, but,
it's the Pacific goodness thing.
But typically, they're not very good for you. It's fatty meat. It's, it's rich in, coconut milk, and it's a whole bunch of massive salt. And then it's you get your cassava, your dalo, and then sometimes people bring rice from nowhere, and then it's just,
and then you have the beer after it.
Yeah, and then you have your traditional, cotton, those long necks or something, and that's really strange. I guess, I don't know, I think that if we wanted to deal with something, I'm not impressed, but I did feel it made an impression, was the president's speech about how we should not have a Christian state because of the diversity of Fiji. And something like put down a logo, I mean, you can say that, okay, a lot of people do logos, and it's not necessarily a indigenous Fijian thing, but couldn't they have had more of an inclusive approach to Fiji Day?
Yeah, because that is sort of reinforcing the idea to everybody, do logo now.
The indigenous aspect, and there's nothing wrong with that, but celebrating the diversity is about doing everything, or something. I don't know. I just think that they could have done a little bit better with that.
I guess that's the thing about people, when you put slogans, you should really think how it will impact or influence the reader or the viewer. Because a lot of these things, like social media and whatever you put out on newsprint,
you just shove it in your face, and that's the thing,
It really influences the way people think. And there's a really good ship in town
right now. There's a ship in town today, and our office is next to the wharf, and there's something wrong with the lights because there's a cruise ship blocking the entire window of our kitchen and the office, and this is where we
actually blocking the whole entire wharf.
Yeah, so it's very large. And there were very many tourists in town today looking a little bit lost and saying things like, let's go to Tattoo City. And it's just like, that's how you say it.
I saw that and they were like,
Yeah.
where do we get coffee? The best coffee.
That's cafe. and okay, tourists, please come and spend your money in our country. We like you. We want you to do that. Yes, thank
Invest
you.
in our local, buy Fiji made products.
Yes, we too have to buy Fiji made products if you think about it. Although sometimes the stuff that's imported is a little bit cheaper. It's very strange.
Very strange. Anyways.
So, that's basically our show for today. Coming up in the next couple of weeks, we have World Women's Day. Yay! And the birthday of 1325. And so we'll be talking. I think we did a show a couple of weeks ago about human security. But maybe we'll be bringing you. 2
weeks ago, that's right.
Yes. We're bringing you more about that sort of what is 1325 and what is it for, and especially the 3 Ps.
Okay, that's okay.
Those are 3 fingers. Just in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do. Anyway, so yes, that was.
Stop being silly now.
Even though it's fun, our job is fun. We like our job. We would like to keep it, please. Thank you very much for watching. This was the Sian and
Tamara show.
We'll be back with more soon.